What's up guys, in this video we're going to be going over how to do Amazon PPC, which is pay-per-click, and this is basically Amazon's way of advertising your product. And we're going to get into this and I'm going to show you how to run a PPC campaign. And first let's get on to Amazon Seller Central and I'll show you how to set it up. Alright guys, so we are on Amazon Seller Central and what we want to do is go under the advertising tab and then go to Campaign Manager. And this is where we're going to create our PPC campaign. Now, if you don't know what PPC does, I'm going to show you an example. So go over to my Amazon page right here. Now, I typed in iPhone case, and if we scroll down, we can see this guy says sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. That means all three of these guys are running PPC in order to show up as one of the top results. So if you scroll down, these guys are the top listings for the page, but since these guys are paying money to be here, they are number one, and it says sponsored though. So that is what we are doing for PPC. This is a great way to show up on the first page and look like you are one of the top sellers, even though you aren't. So if we look at these guys, they have 11 reviews, 6 reviews. This guy has no reviews. And then if you look at the real people who run this page, it's 6,000, 1,000, 1,000. So as you can see, these guys are not popular and they are really not the best sellers, but they are paying money in order to look like the best sellers. That way people click on their listings more and they can get more sales. Now, what PPC means is every time someone clicks on this ad like this, that just charged him a certain amount. So exactly what it sounds like, pay per click. You're paying per click on your ad because you're sponsored. So you're paying Amazon a bid price. So a bid price could be anywhere from 50 cents to like $5. So it just depends on how competitive the product is and how competitive the category is and everything. So if you get into a category that is very competitive like iPhone cases and you try to run PPC on your iPhone case, it's going to be extremely high when it comes to bids. Because it's really competitive and people are willing to spend a lot of money and bid a high amount to get seen and to be sponsored. So make sure you know what category you're in and what niche you're in, because it could be really expensive. So say sports and fitness could be expensive, but if you're selling something like a letterboard, you're not going to have to worry about that. It's going to be a low bid rate because letterboards aren't competitive, just like we talked about. And if you use my strategy, you shouldn't even have a competitive product, so it should be of no worry to you. But that's basically what Amazon PPC is we are paying a bid price per click to Amazon in order to be sponsored and shown up as number one on the first page. So back to the Amazon Seller Central, and now we can start our campaign. So it says campaign name. You can go ahead and type in whatever you want. So I would put in, say we're doing the cutting knife or the knife sharpener again. So knife sharpener. And then below that, we're going to do our daily budget. That means this is the amount that we're going to spend every day. And then once it hits this amount, it's going to stop running PPC. That way we don't get charged $1,000. So right here, I like to start with a $15 budget. Oh, that would be $15 budget. And that is a good start. And the minimum is $1, but I recommend you all start with $10 to $15 as your daily budget. Now that means when it hits $15, if it hits $15, then it will stop it and won't charge you anymore. And you don't even have to worry about setting up anything to charge you. It already knows your card, it's already on file, and it will just deduct it. And if you're already making money, then it will just deduct what it owes you. So it's no big deal and it's pretty easy. Now we have start date, end date. I would put no end date, or if you're just starting out, my strategy for you is to start it and run it for 1 week on automatic. So you can see select a targeting type. We're going to do automatic. That means Amazon's going to guess what keywords work best for your product listing. So run it as automatic for 1 week. So put the end date as 1 week from that day, so the 27th. And then after that, we are going to go up to reports and go to advertising reports and then look at the keyword reports. And we're going to see which keywords are doing best and which ones are getting the highest conversion. So like which ones are getting the most sales. And we are going to keep those. And then all the ones that aren't getting good sales, we're going to get rid of. And then after we have all that data and we figured that out for 1 week, and we've been writing down all the good keywords, then we are then going to switch it to a manual targeting. Then manually, we're going to type in all the keywords on our own without Amazon's help. That's why we ran the automatic for a week, is to see what keywords work the best. And then when we go to manual, we already know what works. So we're going to type in those good keywords again. And then also you could start to experiment on your own and look up a few keywords that you think would be good, and you can run it on your manual campaign too. And that is basically how it works. So we're going to put automatic just for now and then hit continue to next step. Okay, now it's going to take us to this page, and this is where we get to pick what product we want to run this PPC on. So here's our knife sharpener. Just select it right here. It's already selected. And then we scroll down, and then now we get to see our default bid. Now Amazon's going to suggest a bid for you, so it's guessing that you should be doing 87 cents per click. And the reason for that is the average bid range for this product would be 45 cents to $1.41. So knife sharpener is kind of competitive, but that's not a bad price. 87 cents isn't terrible. So we're just going to go with the default bid, and later on when you get more data, if you want to change that, you can. But I recommend starting with the default and whatever Amazon gives you. So it's as simple as that. You leave it as the default bid, and then you literally hit save and finish. And then you are done. So success, it says you are done, and that is it, and your thing is going. Now, one thing we want to look at when we get to this is the ACoS. We want to make sure that the percentage is under 25%. If it's above 25%, it's going to start to lose its profitability, and then you're not going to be making money. So make sure it is under 25%. The lower the better. So if it's 1%, that is the best possible situation, but good luck with that. And this is also going to show you how much you've spent and the sales, and then your daily budget if you want to adjust it. Also the end date and the start date. And then if you want to target it and retarget it to manual once you gather your information for 1 week, then you can go ahead and do all this on here. This is actually really simple. Amazon PPC is set up really simply, and there's no real stress with this at all. So if you guys are getting a low conversion rate on your PPC, that means not a lot of people are actually buying it. And the reason for that could be that you picked a bad product, or possibly you're using the wrong keywords that you are bidding on. And that could be an issue. That could mean that your product is bad, or you're in the wrong category, or you picked a really bad keyword, or your pictures are unappealing, or anything like that. Also, if you're going to be running PPC, you want to make sure you at least have a decent amount of reviews, maybe like at least 10 reviews, because if you have 0 reviews and you're trying to run PPC, people aren't even going to look at it because it has 0 reviews and it just looks untrustworthy. I wouldn't buy it. So make sure your listing is very optimized like I taught you, and make sure you jumpstart your reviews like I taught you. That way you can start to run PPC and it doesn't look stupid if you have a horrible listing, or if you have really low reviews or 0. So those are 2 things to keep in mind. There's one more thing that it could also possibly be, and it could be click fraud. Now, this is something that happens on Amazon, and Amazon does not take too kindly of it. And what it is it's your competitors or someone clicking on your listing over and over. So it's charging you and it's making you hit your daily budget. So if my budget's $10 and my bid for each click is $1, all my competitor has to do is come in, click on my listing 10 times, and then he runs me out of my daily budget. That means every day he can do that, and I'm not going to get any conversion or any sales off of my PPC campaign, because he's wasting my whole daily budget. Of course, he's just trying to steal our sales, and he's trying to get you to run out of your budget, so that way you lose your ranking and you fall down since you have no more daily budget. But if this is happening and you suspect it of happening, then you might want to message Amazon, and they will look further into it. And make sure you look at my contacting Amazon seller support video and get help with that. So contact them and have them look into it, and they will ban his account, or they will, figure all that out. And they don't take too kindly of that, because click fraud is very serious when it comes to selling on Amazon. So that could also be one more reason why you are not getting a good conversion rate for your PPC. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you have any questions with this, once again, you know where to go, like always. And I'm going to be going over a lot more stuff about PPC and strategies and stuff on my YouTube channel, and maybe more onto the course later on. So that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.